Hey everyone, this is Blue Orc 2792, and I hope everyone had a nice vacation and a happy 4th of July, cause I know I did. But I'm back and I'm here to do my new Let's Play game, Dawn of War: Dark Crusade. Basically one of the best games the Dawn of War franchise ever released. I think released. Either product or release or whatever. Anyways, see, I have options of either easy, normal, or hard. And easy basically makes all your enemies' units and buildings and everything like really weak. And by weak, I mean drop their health by like 50 to 65%. Normal is basically on equal footing, and hard basically upgrades. I think it was either upgrades them up to like 50% or 65%, or drops you down to 50 or 65%. But yeah, because I actually want to beat the game and and have fun doing it, I'm gonna do normal.
The planet Cronus, beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony,
A bloodthirster's axe sank deep into a chimera.
clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down, each convinced it was in the right. From beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons, ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the warp, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers,
Damn.
the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battlesuits into the fray.
Damn.
From the mighty Imperium
Just
of
damn.
Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Ork horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake.
Go Orks.
The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. And last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium soldiers. Seeing a world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions, and the total defeat of all others.
Oh hey, it got me right to the guy I wanted. But yeah, basically, Cronus is basically a gigantic free-for-all. That includes the Imperial Guard and the Space Marine. They are fighting against each other. Just basically all your favorite faction, one plan, just swing it out against each other. There's no way you can go wrong in this. Let's start off with basically the heroes of Cronus. First you have Elephos, the Inheritor. And yes, it's the same Elephos from Retribution, Dawn of War 2 Retribution, the Let's Play I made earlier. You're Elephos the Inheritor, Black Apostle of the Word-Bearer Legion. And I'll kind of get into what exactly happened that made him, serve the Black Legion on Retribution and Chaos Rising. But basically, his voice and his dialogue, they were just fucking awesome. I can't even explain it to you. You just have to actually listen to it. Though I'm gonna be playing as Gorgut, and he has some really good dialogue as well. But you can try to look up YouTube videos of Elephos' dialogue in Dark Crusade. Everything he says is basically like Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. It's just bad assery coming out of his mouth. And you got Farseer Toldir, who was in Dawn of War Winter Assault, and now she's back on Cronus to again fight the Necrons. And yes, this is the same Taldir that they talked about in Retribution. Lucas Alexander of the Imperial Guard, who's basically was sent to find Taldir, but ended up being ordered by Segmented Command to take over Cronus, and created his very first regiment, the Cronus Liberators. Then you got the Necrons of the Tomb World Cronus, and basically the Necrons are kind of like mechanical zombies, where they praise death, and they're all machines. Basically combining World War Z, Dawn of the Dead, with the Terminator. That is really one apocalyptic combination. And Gorguts, one of my favorite war bosses. Well, as far as Dark Crusade is concerned, because he's actually, all his dialogue is funny and badass. Then you got Brother Captain Davian Thule, the same one from the Dawn of War 2 series, who's sent here by Azariah Kairos, who at the time we thought was good, to basically purge this world and claim all the relics. And lastly, Shaz Okais of the Tau forces of Cronus. So I keep hearing like Shaz Okais was actually involved in another Warhammer game, I think called dang, I forgot. It's gonna come back to me, but basically it was like for the PlayStation, and it was a first-person shooter, and you actually played as the Tau, and Shaz Okais was actually involved in it, like one of the main characters. It'll come back to me, but basically I think it was like a fan favorite, and I really like the Tau. They actually do seem more technologically advanced than any of these people are. But anyways, I'm gonna be playing as the Orks, and you are Warlord Gorguts Adonta, and this planet is another prize for your war. Yumis and Necrons and Chaos Boys are fighting over this world, but no one is tougher or meaner than an Ork, and no Ork is tougher or meaner than you. Call up hundreds of boys and crush all under your boots. Let's go kick some ass.
Driven from Lorne 5, the Orc war boss Gorguts Headhunter managed to return as a greater threat still during the Dark Crusade. He formed a new war band from Orc freebooters and pirates, and others pushed out of the Lorne system, and set about raiding worlds on the outskirts of the Tau Empire, gaining resources along the way. When Cronus sent out desperate calls for help against the Necrons, Gorguts sent his forces to strike at a vulnerable target. Gorguts' war fleet dropped out of the warp only to find Imperial and Tau fleets squaring off above Cronus. The Orcs lost several ships, but the clashing fleets were unable to repel the large number of rocks Gorguts threw into the atmosphere. These massive landing ships, made from converted asteroids, smashed into the Green Coast and unloaded their bands of Orc invaders. There, Gorguts brought the local feral Orcs to heel and set about his conquest. The war had come to Cronus.
Fuck yeah, it did. And like Retribution, Dark Crusade also had a tutorial option right before you play in the main campaign, but I kind of chose to basically not do it. Just get the actual campaign going.
Welcome to the single-player campaign for Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. These tutorial windows will guide you through the first 2 turns.
Yeah, this is the same voice actor that you'll hear in the tutorials, which I actually really like, because this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
The inhabited continent is divided into 25 different provinces. Your conquest of the planet will happen one province at a time. The campaign map is your major interface for directing your troops' strategic moves. Individual battles are fought on the smaller scaled battle map. This province is your stronghold, or home province. It is from here that you are launching your conquest of Cronus. If your
Really
stronghold is
specific.
never conquered, you will be pushed from Cronus and lose the campaign.
Yeah, that's an important
Since this
thing.
is the first turn, this is the only province you currently control. The enemy factions each have their own strongholds, identified by banners on the campaign map. To win the campaign and make Cronus yours, you must conquer all 6 of these heavily defended provinces. The figure of your commander indicates the current position of your main army. You can only attack a province that borders the province where your army is, so its position on the map defines your options. The enemy factions each have armies of their own, and also can only attack adjacent provinces. One of your enemies, however, controls a spaceport in the Pavonis province. He can attack all over the map.
Yeah, well, this is my army, and this is all their armies. Because you can only have like one. Each faction can only have like one army, no matter how many provinces they control. However, if you attack a province that's not yours, you are going to go into like a multiplayer map with an AI computer. I'm not going to show you like the AI computer like multiplayer maps, because that'd just be like kind of a waste of time, really. But I will show you like, you know, the stronghold assaults and all the special missions
show you where your army can move or attack.
that gives me like bonuses later on in the
Red
game.
arrows indicate attacks into enemy provinces. Green arrows indicate moves into friendly provinces. Since this is your first turn and you only control your stronghold, you must attack an enemy province.
That's kind of obvious
move
there,
to
my friend.
or attack a province. Left click to select that province, and then click on the attack or move button in the right panel. We should begin by attacking an enemy province. Select the province you want to attack and click the attack button. Left clicking on a province always brings up these arrows, unless you have no more moves left this turn.
And I keep like not interrupting him because he sounds like, I actually like this, whoever is actually, you know, narrating this tutorial, because you actually go into like the tutorials like just for the multiplayer maps, and you like select your tutorial and select like which race you want to play as for the tutorial mission. He explains like all the ups and downs for each faction that you're playing as. Like for the Orcs, he mentions about the importance of creating like a massive army of just base infantry and collecting as much special weapons as possible. But he also states that the Orcs are not that tough in shooting, so don't really throw them like you would throw a space marine into the fray. He mentioned how the Imperial Guards are really weak infantry, but he explains about the heroes that you can summon to help reinforce the squads. And he also mentions like the Space Marines, all their special heavy weapons, and their lack of melee speciality. But the importance of the Space Marine race itself to always bring up your heavy infantry and special weapons. Because if you lose that advantage, then you're screwed. He doesn't specifically say that, but he mentions it throughout the whole tutorials for each and every one of these. But anyways, let's see which one plays our attack. Either attack here or the Rain Floodlands or the Agamar Desert. I'm gonna go with the Agamar Desert.
This screen shows you the forces you are leading into an attack and allows you to return to the campaign map if you decide you want to attack later. Since this is your first attack, most options aren't yet available. When you're ready to attack, just click on the attack button. This will take you to the battle map, where you will face enemies in a game of Dawn of War.
The enemy combatant is skilled. The force consists of basic infantry and only have one base. Let's kick his ass. Yeah, you'll see, like, Dawn of War is, like, very different from its successor, Dawn of War 2. Because there's a, yeah, you get a stronghold, but you also get builder units. Which, hold on, I need to reinforce them up quickly. Because you can actually do that for the Ork builder units. Construct a boys hut. Bring up some Sluggas, some more Grots, and a Gretchen infiltration.
Orks is the biggest and the strongest.
Put Gorguts out here.
I was thinking.
Put them in range stance because
Oh, hey, boss.
I'll be fighting Taos. And their hero is basically a ranged specialist. He has like no melee attacks whatsoever.
The Gork and more.
Gretchen is ready.
And my Sluggas are here. Reinforce them a bit.
What now? Gretchen is ready. I'm not doing anything. Gretchen is ready.
That's right, run, shouts Okais.
Orks is the biggest.
If he has 4,000 health, he can
Where's the Ork?
take on any fort you have.
You is not.
Yeah, but basically, in Dawn of War 1, you actually have to build, like, buildings instead of just having just, like, you know, one teleporter that can just basically has everything you want. So you actually have to construct the buildings. Pop up the wall. That's why I really love the War Boss. War Boss is like one of the best, if not the best, commander units in the game. Especially when you upgrade Gorguts throughout this whole campaign. He becomes a one-man army. Like, he can go toe-to-toe with an avatar of Cain. I'm that serious.
Which way? We're gonna make it nice and strong.
But basically, you're probably noticing that Slugga boys have hair. Though in the original codex, Orks do not have hair. Oh, they need to... Yeah, they're building up a Wog banner. And for the Orks, it's very important to have a Wog banner because, unlike other races, Orks have a third resource called Wog. And Wog is basically their Ork population of either vehicles or infantry. But Wog mainly affects infantry.
On our way.
Oh, hey, boss. Where's the fighting?
Let's bring these shooters right here. Say, I'm gonna click on the shooter board squad and... Oh, hold on, I don't have enough requisition yet. So I'm gonna get the shooter boys and help capture that base and take these Sluggas to capture that relic. Relics are very important in like late game moves where you want to whip out your super unit.
What now? We'll do
Get
it.
another Wog banner going.
I'm not doing anything.
Get these Gretchens to construct a listening post.
We'll do it.
Job's as good as boss. Yeah? What do you want? We'll make it Orky. Where's the
But anyways, I was saying, yeah, it's kind of weird that these Orks have hair, even though in the Codex and Dawn of War 2 Retribution they don't. I think that's kind of a miss-up on the game designer's part. But you can always just assume the Orks looted those hair pieces off some Chaos Space Marines, because some Chaos Space Marines do have that little horse hair, like I don't know what they call it. Especially the Chaos Space Marines in this one mod for Dawn of War Dark Crusade. It's called Firestorm over Cronus. You guys should really check it out. They actually do like kind of fix some of the minor issues that the game has.
Job's as good as boss.
From where like the codex and like the
Nice and strong.
accuracy to the lore is concerned. They have like a lot of units in Firestorm over Crota. They popped out like everything in the Ork codex, or at least tried to. Like there's even one unit where it's just like a pair of like Gretchens manning a cannon. Like an actual like 18th century cannon.
Orks is the biggest and the strongest.
And because it's manned by orcs, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like really good against like infantry or vehicles.
What now? We'll go all sneak.
I mean, I haven't really played the mod myself, but
What's it?
I've looked up like trailers and like YouTube videos about the mod, and pretty damn impressive. Like, I have to hand it to the modders for that. They really did a damn good job on it.
On our way. What now?
Alright. Now let's try to construct generators. Yeah, instead of like capturing like, you know, like a power node, you can actually build generators here. But you still have to capture requisition. Strategic points, they're called. So I'm gonna get another pair of shooter boys, and as you can see, my WOG resource dropped down by 4 because shooter boy squads require 4. Same as the sluggas. And if I want to reinforce, I have to sacrifice another orc resource. So basically, this whole WOG thing, basically their infantry population.
Moving out.
Upgrade these WOG banners.
Up yours.
Just move them over here. Alright, get like a slugger boy already, or...
What?
Okay, but...
If you say you want.
And in the original Dark Crusade game, Slugger Boys didn't really get the Burnas, or at least didn't really have good Burnas because they didn't allow any upgrades to them. But because I got like the latest patches for the game, which you'll be able to find in the description box below,
Build it right up for you.
you can get the latest patches for the game, which is basically like Dawn of War Soulstorm, but without, you know, Soulstorm, which is a huge improvement, if I may say. Because you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll see that I do not like Dawn of War Soulstorm very much. So this basically takes the good part of Soulstorm and applies it to Dark Crusade, which I really, really enjoyed. Without all the bad parts in Soulstorm. But enough about that disappointing game. Let's go to the good game. Dark Crusade.
We're gonna make it nice and strong.
Hold on, get
What do you want?
get Knob Leader going and some Burnas.
Yeah.
And get these shit. You'll probably be wondering why I'm not reinforcing the shooter boy squads. That's because when you're playing as an orc, it's very, very important to get your special weapons. Like get a lot of special weapons, no matter if you have to get like 4 shooter boy squads in order to just to be able to outshoot Space Marines, because like 3/4 of them will be equipped with big shooters, which is very devastating against infantry and heavy infantry. Then you'll need to do that in order to stay on top of, not stay on top, but to gain the upper hand. That's what I was saying. Upper hand. Some more Daka, more Bernie, more Choppy, and more heavy armor. In fact, bring out the Big Mac.
Which way?
Let's see,
On our way. Hello? Who's there?
On the big boss. We'll clobber a whole lot of them.
We'll do it. What's it?
Next
What's
builder, it's right there.
way?
Okay, yeah. That's the one I'm looking for. I need some more,
We're gonna make it nice and
more
strong.
orc. Well, I think it's called Orky Pop.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, Orc Pop. I'm gonna whip out the second commander unit, the Big Mech. And unlike the Mech Boy, the Big Mech is, well, big. and is really, really good at melee. I mean, he's got a power claw with a chainsaw attached to it. Gorga's not really that not that impressive at the moment, but later on in the campaign where you're able to upgrade your heroes, they can be pretty devastating. Especially Gorguts, since he becomes a one-man army. Oh no, yeah, let's get the knobs going. And some tank busters.
I'm working on something. Oh, it's too big to be beat.
Alright, upgrade for the infiltration research.
Time to build stuff. Which way?
And
Build it right up
get
for you.
the mech shop going.
When the boss ain't around, you listen to me.
And it's always important to upgrade your listening posts, because they can actually, you know, fight back. And the more you upgrade, the more powerful they become in terms of health, armor, and damage.
Orks is the biggest and the strongest. Here to blow my way to do some crushing. What to smash? Orks is never beaten in battle.
Good knob leader going.
We's good to go.
And some tank busters.
Whatever.
Probably should chill.
It's meant for fighting.
Probably should just chill out over here first for a little while, because the
Boy, that's a detect.
Wog banners are more than capable of holding their own against these weak infantry. Especially with that listening post with them. And like in Dawn of War 2 Retribution, you can upgrade to get more requisition. So it increases your income. Same thing with generators. Though with the upgrade to generator, it requires a lot of requisition, and vice versa. But it's always worth it. That's time to get my mega armor knobs. Again, basically one of the best leaders in the game. Though the mega armor knobs are like an elite squad, are not really like in a leadership position, but they're considered heroes, so they have like the hero armor bonus and everything. And plus there's a whole squad of them, so basically you can basically wipe out a whole massive infantry like Imperial Guardsmen with that. Let's see, vehicle boost. And let's pop in some war tracks.
If it's a fight they want, why's you giving me orders? What to smash?
I need 70 and I have 65. So
On our way.
We're under attack!
Time to build stuff.
Yeah? Up yours!
I think just pop in some more sluggers and more shooters.
Wartrack is the first to the fight!
Well, I got my war track. War tracks are basically your all-around vehicle unit for the Orks, because they have twin rocket launchers, so they can do damage against vehicles. But I'm giving the bomb chucker upgrade so they can also be effective against infantry. And it's a very long range, so it's basically a real what's the word I'm looking for? But basically, you can just piss off your enemies with this, with the war track, especially when they can go turbo boost, which increases their speed so they can get out of a messy situation. Let's send the sluggers over here as well as the shooters. Make sure to always upgrade them with the big shooters. The more big shooters you have, the more range dominant you'll be. I don't really do the same with sluggers because I like the burners, but I really want them to be like melee effective. And they're not really melee effective with just a squad of 4. Like, you really need to get into, like, you know, a huge group. I get the Orky Fort add-on.
Orks, 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 orks.
Big shooty boss weapons research. Yeah, go for it.
Hello? Who's there?
Ready for stomping? Sounds stupid, but okay.
So I'm gonna basically bottle them up because I kind of want you to like see like all the cool features that Dawn of War has. So I'm just basically gonna build up this base and just take my time destroying the tower. But yeah, you won't see this in every video. I mean, you'll probably see me build up, but that's only because I'll be in like a stronghold mission where you are going to have to build them and whip out your super units as soon as you can, because
Hello? Who's there?
it's their stronghold, so they'll show you no mercy.
What's happening? What's going on? Where are we going?
Yeah, it's always necessary for an orc player
What is it?
to have lots and lots of wog banners.
On our way. Please.
And I'm making a second base, which is kind of important in the Dark Crusade campaign, because eventually you'll come up in a situation where you're going to be attacked from like 3 enemies and they have like good units, so you'll probably find your first base overwhelmed and destroyed. So it's always important to keep a backup base in case you get in that messy situation. I didn't place my second base in an actual good position, but that's mainly because this is the first place I'm attacking. I want like production over safety. Oh yeah, get extra vehicle armor. Full scale war. Get these upgrades going. And the flash kits. These are the new units for Dark Crusade. This basically solves like the main problem with the orcs and the fact that they're not really, you know, good at range. The flash kits solves that problem.
What is it?
Well, also the technique of just only getting like small squads of shooter boys and all upgrading with big shooters.
You're gonna shoot some stuff up
So they see these are knobs with machine guns.
Shoot and run. I got that good base for this fight. Walk to smash.
And I can upgrade my knobs to the Power Claw. And with the Power Claw, you can basically wipe out a whole squad of Terminators.
Still time to operate.
And I got the Mad Dogs, which are healer units, and also provide fighting juice, which is basically makes the squad immune to pain, and basically make sure that the units don't die, even though their health reaches 0. But once that fighting juice wears off, and the orcs, you know, with almost no health, they will die. And they got a new one for Dark Crusade called the Burner Bomb, which basically straps a big bomb to one location, which will blow up. So if you actually gonna do that, always try to use it like buildings or in places where you know the enemy will have no chance to run, because it does take a while for it to go off.
They shooting us.
Let's see, I have 4 more Orky resources.
Yeah. What is it?
So I'm just gonna spend it on
Green
these
is
guys.
best. Orks is the biggest and the strongest. The duck is in.
Yeah. Okay, the other Mad Dog and damn, I actually put the flash kits over there.
Just what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna assign the Mad Dog to this squad of sluggers and this Mad Dog to the other squad of sluggers. I only send a Mad Dog to the flash kits because flash kits can do a lot of damage, and I really do not want them to die.
I got just what you need. Oh, fresh meat! I can make so many.
Oh, sweet. It's ready, so now whip out the looted tanks and a Squiggoth. And for a Squiggoth is basically a giant dinosaur with a lot of guns and zappy weapons. Zappy weapons. Strapped to its back. And that's not really the weirdest thing I've seen the Orcs done. They actually did the same thing with like Tyranids. I have no idea where the hell what Orc clan was able to pull that one off, but nice job.
Send me to the fight.
The duck is in. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Another special thing about like commander units in at least for the Orcs are concerned, for Dawn of War, because you actually have the option to have infiltrated units, which is basically invisible units. But unless you actually have a specific unit that says under here detects infiltrated units, you are in big trouble. But once you actually have someone that can detect infiltrated units are not going to be able to hold their own against, like, you know, an Orc.
Orks is the biggest and the strongest.
Like these tank buses.
We's good to go.
I mean, they're an exception, but because, you know, they're Orcs and, you know, they can take a lot of punishment.
Boys, point us at the tanks.
Especially when they're really good at melee and have rocket launchers, so they can basically take down any vehicle that they want, and buildings too. But yeah, the only problem is that tank buses are not really that good of a shot.
Still time to operate. I'll bring the fighting juice.
Well, might as well get these guys out here as well. Not really doing anything. And get the second base going.
Build it right up for you.
Upgrade to Orky Fort. Get the looted tanks into the fray.
Build it right up for you. Yes,
See where my rots. Get a mech shop going.
Pretty mouthy one, ain't ya?
I got just what you need. You want me to cut?
Orks is the biggest and the strongest. We're under attack! Warthog is the first to the fight.
Yeah, kind of the same issue with Dawn of War 2, where if the vehicle gets stuck, then like some infantry will also get stuck in there, so you kind of have to jiggle a bit with the vehicles. But it's not really that big of an issue, really. Considering like they had a lot of time to basically like tweak out the bugs and fix the issues. But yeah, but this is the Squiggoth. Yeah, I was right. Giant dinosaur with Orc stuff strapped onto its back. Well, it's no slouch in range combat, because it is basically a tank with feet. The Squiggoth is a devastating killing machine in melee, considering that its melee damage is over 2,000. And in the Dawn of War game, that's pretty damn high. Only other super units, which you can only get by capturing a relic, can be able to achieve.
Where's the target? They're shooting us!
Please, no more kicking. We'll do it. We're gonna make it nice and secure. Time to build stuff.
Where's the other grot?
I'm not
Oh,
doing
there.
anything. What's happening? What's going on? Where are we going?
Yeah, in defense missions, well, not really defense missions, but when you actually do get attacked, you will probably have to click on all your upgrades to get them back. But in Dark Crusade, you keep the buildings. All the buildings. So that's why it's important to get a second base going. Especially when you're attacking a province that borders a stronghold. Or another enemy hero.
Build it right up for you. Hello? Who's there? What's it? Build it right up for you.
Hey, I actually lost some people. Oh, there. Let's see, I can do like one final upgrade, but I'm not gonna do it. Just to try to speed things up a bit. I think I basically showed you like all like the stuff for the orcs. I'm just gonna go ahead and just wipe out the enemy base and just beat them and take over the province.
The boss? Who is getting shot? Orks is the biggest and the strongest. We're under attack! The duck is in! Fire on, boys! Time to collect some spare parts! Who do you want me to cut? Time to collect some spare parts!
Yeah, the only real issue with like units with special weapons is that if the unit with the special weapon dies, you have to respawn an additional unit for your squad and have to basically click on the special weapon icon and basically wait for you till you get it back. Unless it's someone like Flash Kids who already have a machine gun unit. Or have machine guns already. But yeah, for the campaign itself, it's really just destroy all buildings. Well, all the buildings that can actually, spawn units. In order to win. And I've destroyed the enemy's HQ and all their units and their unit spawning buildings. I won the match. And I won War Gear. Now War Gear is the upgrades I was talking about to help upgrade your heroes. And I got one for one conquest and one for a 3-to-1 kill ratio. And as you can see here, this is how you basically earn War Gear. From conquest to kills to actually eliminating enemy factions or basically defending your own provinces. And I also earned a bodyguard unit. Bodyguard units are basically your regular units but upgraded. And by upgrade, I mean upgrade by a lot, where they do way more damage, have way more health, have way more armor, have way more everything. Except
As
for
you conquer
squads.
more and more provinces, you'll be awarded pieces of special equipment for your commander. This equipment is called war gear. You will never be awarded a specific piece of war gear. Instead, for each award, you get to choose one piece from the list on this screen. Note that you may have to get some pieces of war gear to unlock other, more powerful versions.
Yeah, and what he means by that, by say I want this Mega Claw, which will increase my melee damage by a lot. I have to go with the Bigger Claw first, and then click on the Mega Claw. But for this instance, I'm gonna go with the Red Iron Gob. I think Gob. Red Iron Gob. I think that's how they pronounce it. Which increases my melee damage and health. And go with this boss pole, because it increases my population, vehicle cap, and my health. And yeah, I'll go with that. So that means I can actually spawn more units right in the beginning of the match.
Congratulations! You have conquered your first province. This victory has given you several rewards, including a piece of war gear and the bonus from the province. Every province on the map has a special bonus. This bonus is displayed in the right-hand panel when you select the province. Some provinces give you the ability to train a special unit for your commander's honor guard. Once trained, these units accompany your commander into the initial stages of battle. You can train these units, or retrain them if they are destroyed in battle, from the commander screen or the attack screen. Other provinces give you special abilities, like the Era's Badlands, which gives you the ability to attack twice per turn.
Yeah, basically what this guy just said.
This is the province that you've just conquered. Notice that it has changed to your color, and that your army is now here. Whenever you conquer a province, your army moves to that province. You can only move or attack once per turn, so your turn is effectively over. Next turn, new provinces will be available for you to attack. When you are ready to let the enemy factions act, click on the End Turn button.
Yeah, before I do that, I'm going to click on my commander tab.
This screen provides you with a snapshot of your progress in conquering the planet Cronus. It includes a running tally of your conquests, your commander statistics, your honor guard, and more. If you haven't yet trained an honor guard unit, or you've lost one in battle, you can train it on this screen by simply clicking on its icon. You can also access the war gear screen from here.
Yeah, but basically I'm going to click on basically train these honor guard units called Heavy Shooter Boy squads, which is 4 shooter boys who have way more health, armor, and immediately have the big shooters. Even it has the description right here. Good at killing infantry and heavy infantry from far away. They shoot real good, better than other orcs even. These here is Gore Guts, Heavy Shooter Boys. But basically that was the first mission, and I'm not gonna do like multiplayer maps for the rest of this stuff here. Basically it's gonna show you like the special missions, like taking over like the spaceports, because those are kind of like actual like missions instead of just basically a multiplayer match. And the stronghold assaults, they're actual missions too. But I just want to show you basically what Dawn of War 1 is like, especially in Dawn of War 1 Dark Crusade. But yeah, that was basically the first assault. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe. And again, if you are interested in Dawn of War Dark Crusade, the links to like the download patches will be in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time.